When I was a child, my dream was to grow up and play second base for a Major League Baseball team, preferably for the San Diego Padres, being from San Diego myself. But this was more than just a dream. This was something that as a kid, I thought, if I don't do this, what else could I possibly be good at? In fact, I remember this existential experience I had one day on the way to school thinking, man, if I don't make the pros, if I don't make the Major League Baseball team, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Now, those thoughts were things I experienced quite a bit in my early teenage years, and I experienced them until about the age of 14. Because at age 14, I tried out for my high school's freshman team and didn't make it. So all those dreams I had of playing in the major leagues, of playing for the San Diego Padres, those quickly shattered, and I quickly realized that wasn't actually the path for me. I continue to be a diehard fan. I love the Padres. Growing up, I would watch maybe 140 games out of 162 from start to finish, all the way through. I would get all my homework done right after school or get it done really late at night so I could block off those 3 hours to watch the Padres game from start to finish. Needless to say, I never ended up playing for the San Diego Padres, but I just had a very cool experience where I got the opportunity to throw out the first pitch for the San Diego Padres against the Baltimore Orioles. Getting to go down on the field early, getting to watch these players hit batting practice early, getting to stand on the mound, getting to go out and throw the ball on the real field was a surreal experience. And not only did I get to do that, but I got to do that with my wife. I got to bring my parents down. I got to bring my in-laws down. I got to bring some of my closest friends down to watch the experience. And it turned out to be one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. So what on earth does this have to do with financial planning? Well, in some ways, nothing, but in other ways, everything. Because a sign of a good financial plan is a life well lived. And what that really means is how do we stop living life by default and start living life on purpose? This goes beyond money. But a financial plan says, how do we align our time, our money, our energy, our talents all in a way that supports this type of life that we want to live? A life that has memorable experiences, a life that's surrounded by people who you care about and who care about you. This experience that I got the opportunity to participate in was one of those things that I'm going to remember forever. So as you're watching this, this is one I wanted to share with you, a special opportunity, a special experience that I got to have. I wanted you to be a part of that. Because for one, many of you left some really kind comments. I have this comment from Chris who said, wow, that is awesome in response to this. I have a comment from Jackie who said, congratulations, so glad you got that experience. I have this comment from CJ saying, that's so awesome, very happy for you. So for those of you that took the time to reach out and say that, thank you very much for those kind words. I got one really cool comment. I think this was my favorite one. This comes from Aztec for Life. So Aztecs is the San Diego State University mascot. By the way, my parents are both Aztecs. Many of my closest friends are Aztecs. Who said, I was there sitting behind home plate. Imagine my surprise. I said to my wife, hey, I think that's the guy from one of those YouTube channels that I watch. How cool that you were able to do that. So really cool experience. And what it was a reminder that the reason we plan isn't just to save money on taxes and to optimize investments and to optimize cash flows. It's to optimize what life can look like. Not just with our money, but with our time, our energy, our talents, our finances. What can we do with all those things to have a better life, to live the type of life that we'll look back on and say, I did that right. So to me, this experience was a wonderful reminder that the more we can get out of default mode, the more we can get out of automatic mode, and the more we can start doing things on purpose, the better, the richer, the more enjoyable life's gonna be. So here's some cool behind the scenes shots getting ready to throw out the first pitch leading up to that experience. Here's us getting presented with our special Padres jerseys. I got a jersey and Root Financial was given a special jersey, an honorary jersey as well, which is a really cool experience. Now, once we got the jerseys, they took us down to the stadium and down to the field, and we got to go in through some of the back tunnels, which was fun. And on the way, I got to walk past Gunnar Henderson. And for those of you who are baseball fans, probably know that name. He's a young, very exciting player who's got a ton of potential and a ton of talent. Now, I got to experience this with my wife, Ashlyn. She was able to come down on the field with me, and we were able to hang out there for an hour or so before the actual first pitch started. So getting to spend some time with her, Josh, one of my best friends, also our VP of brand here at Root Financial, he was down on the field with us as well. So got a lot of cool experiences just sitting there, watching everything going on, watching them take batting practice, watching the fields being lined, watching all that goes into the production of the game. So after spending about 50 or 60 minutes on the field, that's where I got the nerves out, got to anticipate the first pitch coming, got to get the special first pitch ball, got to experience all the things that go into that. It was time to walk to the mound. They said, here's the script. We're going to ring the mission bell. After the mission bell, you're going to be announced. They're going to tell you, throw out that first pitch. And all that's going through my mind, of course, is don't airball it and don't throw it right into the dirt. So just get it across home plate and be happy with that. So got to do that. Threw out the first pitch. First pitch was a little high, was not a strike, unfortunately, but I'll take it. It was a fun experience, got to walk off the mound. And the coolest thing is Had a lot of friends from high school or college or people that I knew that happened to be in the stadium. Many of them I haven't talked to in several years. And they started sending me pictures saying, hey, I just saw you throw out the first pitch. Or hey, what a cool experience. Saw you from the stands. What a surprise to see you there. So it turned out to be such an awesome day getting to do all that. And once the first pitch was thrown out, then actually got to go back and spend time with friends and with family. There was about 25 of us there, and it was awesome. We got to spend time together, the excitement of the first pitch, but then also got to watch the game, got to spend some really quality time together. Many of you who watch this channel also watch my partner's channel, Ari, early retirement Ari. He had a similar experience, but he got it to do it for Arsenal. Ari's a huge soccer guy. In the same way I got to throw out the first pitch for the Padres, which is my team growing up, he got to go play a game at the Arsenal Stadium. So he had an amazing experience there. And what this is just a chance to say again, financial planning done right isn't just about hoarding everything and putting it into our retirement accounts and never spending money. Financial planning when done right is living fully. Living fully is why we plan financially. And again, we plan for more than just finances. We plan for our finances, but also our time, our energy, our talents. And when we optimize everything that we can do with each of those categories, life can look pretty cool. So as we wrap, I want to leave you with this video. This is our manifesto video. At Root Financial, when we talk about the work that we do and why it matters, yes, we want to do the financial things right, but it's so that we can live more.
We all have an idea of what life could look like if we had more time, more money. But more isn't the dream. It's what's made possible with more. Doors open, paths clear, and the future you've always imagined becomes the one you're living. At Root, we see financial wellness as a key, not to having more, but to living fully, freely, with purpose. We're here to walk alongside you, to turn uncertainty into clarity, and what if into why not? Because when you have a plan in place, you live more, you give more, you grow more. Those are the mores that truly matter. The ones that change everything.